Welcome to my channel. What to travel? So, here we are in Sepilok, Borneo, and let's be honest, there's no better way to start a jungle adventure than with a nice cold beer at the B&B. Gotta hydrate, right? The next morning, we set off early to visit the Sepilok Orangutan Rehabilitation Centre. It was in a 20-minute walking distance from our B&B. If you're lucky, you will catch them during feeding time like we did. Looking at these special species left us mesmerized. There's also a nursery to visit. Young ones are rescued and trained to survive back in the wild. You will see them swinging around, climbing ropes, and showing off their wild skills. Next up, we stopped by the Sun Bear Conservation Centre. These guys are the smallest bears in the world, but don't be fooled by their size. They've got some serious claws. This place takes care of bears rescued from illegal pet trade and makes sure they get back to their bear business, which mainly involves lazing in the sun and snacking things like honey, yes, honey, just like Winnie the Pooh. After we said goodbye to the bears, we hit the Rainforest Discovery Centre. Here, you can get up close and personal with the towering trees, and by towering, I mean these trees are huge. We even spotted some cheeky macaques swinging around, probably looking for snacks, and a couple of hornbills, yeah, those funky birds with the big beaks. Then, we hit the canopy walk, high above the jungle floor. Walking through the treetops, pretty awesome. It's like being in an elevated jungle roller coaster, minus the screaming. After a day of bear watching and skywalking, we crashed back at the B&B for the night. And then, day 2, off we went to Kinabatangan. Our next stop, Sukau Backpackers B&B for 2 nights of full jungle immersion. What's on the agenda? Oh, you know, just some casual river cruising. You were lucky enough to spot Bornean pygmy elephants, and let me tell you, these guys are special. They're only found on Borneo, and seeing them in the wild, absolutely mind-blowing. And that sound, it's like the jungle's own orchestra. You really can't capture the sheer size and presence of these creatures on camera. We kept cruising down the river, and honestly, even just floating through this jungle feels like its own adventure. And just as we were getting into the groove of our river cruise, we spotted some mischievous macaques. These guys were making their way across the river like it was no big deal, and then boom, they scrambled up into the trees. We headed back to the B&B for a quick bite, but we weren't done yet. No, because after dinner, it was time for the ultimate jungle adventure, a night river cruise. Picture this, it's pitch dark, we're armed with flashlights, and the jungle, it's just waking up. We hopped into the boat, and suddenly, the sounds of the night surrounded us, insects buzzing, animals calling, and the occasional splash in the water. We saw crocodiles, snakes, kingfisher birds, and a very large owl flying into the night. As if the night cruise wasn't enough, we were back on the river at dawn with our favorite tour guide. The river at sunrise is pure magic, mist rising, jungle waking up, and our guide pointing out hidden wildlife we'd otherwise miss, like this crocodile. Then, finally, we spotted the famous Proboscis monkeys, another Borneo exclusive. These guys are truly one of a kind with their distinctive noses, long tails, and round bellies. Just look at how serene it is. Sometimes, it's not just about the wildlife, but also about these quiet, beautiful moments that make you appreciate the magic of the jungle. Back at the B&B, we had a quick cuddle with the resident puppy and refueled with a hearty meal, but the adventure wasn't over yet. It was time for a jungle walk. Stepping back into the wild, we took in the sights and sounds of the jungle once more. Every step felt like a new discovery. We came across some fresh elephant dung. Yep, evidence that the Bornean pygmy elephants had been here recently. As if our adventure wasn't amazing enough, we headed out for one last river cruise in the afternoon. And guess what? We spotted even more Proboscis monkeys. If you look closely, you can see them moving around high in the treetops. Ending our journey with these incredible creatures was the perfect finale. Watching them swing through the trees and enjoying the serene river, it was the cherry on top of an unforgettable trip. Thanks for joining us on this epic Borneo adventure. From Proboscis monkeys to jungle cruises, it's been a wild ride. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe.